I'd wanted to be an F1 engineer for as long as I can remember, and when I got there it wasn't exactly as I expected. I finally made the decision that it wasn't right for me, and I started the search for something else. My work had taken me into France a lot over the 3 years in F1, and the thing I'd looked forward to the most was having breakfast, specifically croissants.
We set up Lune as a retail operation out of Kate's wholesale kitchen in Elwood, and I had initially just come on to be a bit of assistance, but within a short amount of time I was doing crazy hours with Kate.
When we started to investigate going cashless, so many things started to make sense about it, and maybe improving bottlenecks that were potential small issues in the business, improving health and safety, eliminating bacteria at that final process of handing the finished product to the customer. Having to deal with cash as well as card does slow down that payment process. So dealing with cash, the customer service person has to calculate the change, get it from the till. There's potential moments of error all throughout that process.
And we're trying to give our customers the best experience possible, and even though the errors were very small, didn't happen that often, the chance that someone might have an error in their keying or in their payment, it was just something that we wanted to try to eliminate.
Speeding up that process, even if it's only by 10 seconds for every customer, that will improve the experience for every customer in the line.
We had to rip out a point of sale system that was so well ingrained with staff and the business that had been running for 5 years, and change almost the way they ran their day-to-day operation. But I think if you ask Cameron or Kate now or any of the staff, the Blade has actually added so much value, and it was almost worth going through that teething period of learning something new.
Before we did it, we did a bit of a study on how many customers were actually paying with cash, and we found that 90% of our customers pay card anyway.
From a business perspective, in terms of things like wages, we knew that we were paying a staff member up to maybe 10 hours a week to do things like go down to the bank regularly, pick up change, bank the day's takings, count the cash at the end of the day. And I mean, in this climate, like our wages are at a crazy high percentage at the moment. They need to be so we can deliver a good customer experience. But we identified that we were paying this staff member up to 10 hours when if we went cashless, we could save that money and improve the customer experience.
Whatever happens on the till, that's what happened. That's what we took. It's really easy to see, it's really easy to report, it's really easy to communicate that to our bookkeeper and to our accountant. And also we're really trying to operate 100% above the line. We pay all our staff award, we report everything that we take. We really strive to be the clean example of a business.
I think there is still merit for cash for a lot of businesses, but I think Lune, with their presence and their following, are definitely well placed to champion cashless trade within the hospitality industry, definitely here in Melbourne, and I think it'll send a bit of a ripple throughout Australia, given how well their brand and their products are known.
I think at this point in time, with still a large percentage of people paying cash for things, it's not necessarily going to be ideal for every business at this point, but all the RBA stats point to the fact that we're moving towards less and less cash.
We wouldn't have done it if it was good for us but not the customers, or vice versa. It had to be from a standpoint of both parties.
I think cashless is definitely consumer driven. The likes of Apple Pay and all the digital wallets that are making it really easy for customers of any venue to make a payment very conveniently. And I think customers are becoming more comfortable with our cash in their wallet.